What's up, everybody? How's it going? Austin Practical, Practical Performance, coming at you live earlier than normal. I have an extremely busy rest of my evening, so I had to go live earlier today so I could actually do it. That being said, some of you that are tuning in probably right now are like, "What the heck, Austin?" Like, if you saw my stuff earlier, you're like, "What the heck? You just talked about how thigh gaps are like a dumb thing to try and work towards, and like now you're tagging me in a video about like how to get one. What's up with that?" And I just want to say, like, I tricked you. Like, here we go. You're here. You're watching this now. So this is how you get a thigh gap, and I'm going to tell you how to get a thigh gap. And you're not probably gonna, unless you read my post, then you already know it's kind of coming. But if you didn't, and you're watching this because you got drawn in by my title, that's because, like, I want you guys to learn about this, and I want you guys to understand, when it comes down to, certain things like, like a thigh gap, or I don't even know, like certain, like, body images and things like that, especially for women, like there's a lot of like, almost like unrealistic, like body expectations, that get just like exploded on social media, where you've got people photoshopping stuff, you've got people who have implants and are like claiming that they don't, and you have people that are getting surgery done, which by all means, like, it's your body, like if that's what you want, like go for it, and if that's what makes you happy, like go for it. But they're setting unrealistic expectations and trying to sell shit to people, claiming that these products and things like that, like give them these bodies and these thigh gaps and all, and like these big booties and things like that. And it's like, for the most part, like the only way you're going to get that is hard work. The other thing too to keep in mind is when it comes down to like, things like a thigh gap or like a giant like ass or whatever it is your goal is that you want to get, like a lot of that plays into genetics, like a big ass and like thin waist and things like that. Like a lot of that plays into genetics, people. Like, and like you can build your muscles and you can make them as like, as best as they can be. And like, and that's great. And you'll get stronger and you'll love your body for what it can do and what it looks like and things like that. But for a lot of people out there, they have like really, really unrealistic expectations as to what they can actually achieve in a certain time frame and what's actually possible. And a lot of that is because of like bullshit marketing and influencers that are like, claiming things that they have no fucking clue how any of it works. And they were just gifted with like really good genetics to have like where their bodies hold fat in certain areas, like that are preferable compared to what a lot of people's bodies hold fat. Same thing goes for a thigh gap. It's genetics. It's all about genetics. And if you have one right now and you're at a healthy weight and like all that good stuff, good for you. Like more power to you. You picked the right parents, kind of thing. And so, you kind of won the genetic lottery. And so it's like, it's one of those things like where like you have to keep that in mind. By all means, I wish my body didn't hold fat on my abdominal area. It'd be great if it just went to my ass or my back. Like, that'd be nice. Or in my calves. That'd be fucking nice, wouldn't it? Then I'd have nice big calves. And it's one of those things where it's like, like you don't have control over where your body stores fat. Like, you don't. And the people that you see online, like, you know how fake all of that is. You know how fake social media is in general. Like you know how fake it is. So your favorite influencers, like they've taken like a million pictures. They pick the one picture that out of those million that looks how they want it to look. Then it goes through Photoshop. Then it goes through filters. And on top of that, a lot of them had surgery to put implants in and things like that. And a lot of them are lucky. Like, they're lucky. They have really good genetics where they have a thin fucking waist and a giant ass, and they might have giant boobs and like, thin arms and things like that. And they probably work really hard too. They probably work out. Like, that's the thing too. Like, they probably work out. Like, I'm not taking that all away from them, but a lot of it's genetics, and a lot of it is like, you don't have any control over those things. So you need to like, learn to love what you got and work with what you got and build upon the foundation that you got and that you've been given. Because, whether you like it or not, like, your body's your body, and you can't change how your body stores fat. You just can't. And you can't spot reduce fat or any of that shit. So what I'm gonna talk about with the thigh gap shit is like I was like, damn, like because I heard about this like back in like 2015, 2016. I was like, man, thigh gaps are like popping off. Like that's a crazy thing. Um, and back then, I was like, me personally, I am very like a body positive individual, and I think that you should love yourself and that your self worth should not be tied to your body in its current state. Like if you want to, like grow and develop and do it for you, that's great, and I think that's awesome. And I think that's a beautiful thing. But you should not, directly tie your self worth to your body. Like you're important. You're just as important. Like I was just as fucking important when I weighed 235 pounds as I was when I weighed 160 pounds. I'm still just as valuable. I'm still a fucking person. So I just want to preface that because that's an important thing to take away from this. But when it comes to thigh gaps, like it's kind of based on three different things. Probably some other things too. But like you're like it's all about genetics and how your body like stores fat in those areas. If it doesn't store a whole lot of fat or it stores fat in the right ways and it causes your to have a thigh gap, you're gonna have a thigh gap. If it's not, then you're not. I'm all about team like thick thighs save lives. Like that's me. That's my preference. But it's like like you gotta love you and you gotta love what you love and you gotta be happy with what you got and and I don't know, just everybody deserves a place at the table when it comes to this kind of stuff. And so not only is like where your fat deposits are stored, muscle insertions. Like some people have like just like with me and my like fucking bicep. Like some people have really shitty bicep insertions. Some women and men have really crappy like hamstring and quad insertions or glute insertions or whatever. Like I've got a pretty like hot doggy like shaped bicep insertion. Do I wish I had like a fucking softball? Yeah, I do. That'd be great, but I don't. Like I got to work with what I got. Just like you got to work with what you got when it comes to like your thigh gap or whatever, like this like thigh gap that you're wanting to get, and it's not realistic. It's not like it's not going to happen unless you. And then the other thing too is like your bone structure. Like some people, the way their hips and everything are like set up and lined up and everything like that, you'll just naturally have one. Some people won't. That's fine. Like don't, judge yourself over something that you can't control. And the only way that you're going to get it, and the only way people that, achieve this, and I've seen, I don't even remember, I can't remember the quote exactly, but I saw it was like on a Pinterest thing and it was like really fucked up. It was like something about like starving yourself. It was like a weird rhyme thing. It was like starving yourself, is like worth it or some shit like that. And it's like, no, it's fucking not. It's not worth it at all. Like don't fucking starve yourself to try and get something that fucking, that's like unachievable unless you starve yourself. Like a lot, like you're going to give yourself anorexia or you're going to give yourself some sort of eating disorder, which is not good. The other thing too, that's probably going to happen is you're going to be fucking malnourished. Like if you're somebody who's just not like, genetically supposed to have a thigh gap and you starve yourself to the point where you get to a low enough body fat percentage where like it just happens because you don't have enough like muscle or fat. Like how unhealthy that is. How sick that is. Like sickly that is and unhealthy. Like for yourself to like starve yourself to the point to where like you like either develop an eating disorder or you you're malnourished. Like that is so unhealthy. It's not even funny. And there's people that fucking do that. And honestly, like a lot of times it doesn't even work. A lot of times it doesn't even work. So it's one of those things that it's like, why, put yourself through that when you're perfectly fine the way you are. Like you shouldn't be, I don't even know. Like it blows my mind, but it's understandable. Like and I'm not like, saying, I'm not telling people like, I'm not saying like you're an idiot for wanting this or anything like that. Like I'm not. Like there's a reason why you want it because it's being fucking portrayed in the media and in like fucking like in magazines and on the news. Like because I was like, man, is this still like a thing? Because I was like, should I even write a post or do anything about this? and I went and I Googled it, and literally I Googled it and I clicked on news, and then all of a fucking sudden, like, there's like 30 articles that are talking about every other fucking celebrity, and like, ooh, look at this, like beautiful fucking thigh gap, like look out in their bathing suit, look at the, they're using all these weird like big buzzwords like passionate or like beautiful or big or like look at the triangulate. It's like fuck that. Like that's so ridiculous. Like that, and that's why you guys want that, or that's why some people want that, and that's why some people are obsessed with this stuff because you're getting your face blasted off by shit that you see on TV and magazines and on the internet and things like that. And it's frustrating because like that's not your fault necessarily. Like it's a lack of like a system. It's like a system that's like that is kind of unregulated and it's getting out of control, and it's like failing people in a lot of ways that shit is not being like regulated in a sense. Same thing with all these like people like in these gurus and shit that sell all these fucking bullshit like certain like bands and like those fucking waist trainers that they claim will give you abs and shit, and it's like that shit's not gonna get that. It's just marketing. They're just like selling you like lies. And so like, and that's why they're doing it. They want people to like these weird fads and things like that. Like people are capitalizing on them, and people are making a lot of money on them because celebrities do it, and people like celebrities, and people they want to be on the in crowd and things like that. And so they're like, oh, like look how successful and beautiful and all this shit that all these other people are, and I want to be like that. And how do I get like that? And they know that you guys do that shit. They know that you guys like it, and they know that you see that stuff, and that's why they sell them. That's why they have them like be brand ambassadors for all these things. Like that's why you see ads like that. It's because like your brain like sees that, and you're like, oh, I want to be successful like them, and and they're using this product. Well, I could be like them if I bought that product. That's how it works. That's how it goes. And so, that I got kind of off on a tangent, but like that's why. And then I guess that's my point. Is like it's not your fault that you want that, but you do need to start getting in control of your thoughts and being mindful of the fact that this is happening with you, so that way you can start to put yourself back in control and in the driver's seat, and to realize like it's not something that's actually like achievable for you in a healthy way. Love what you got, be proud of your body and what it can do. And if you want to change it, do it. Like work on it, like build it, give it good food, take care of it, in those ways. Don't take care of it in ways that are that take you in the opposite direction that you want to go in. Because like, even if you got like surgery to get a thigh gap to happen, that's just going to make you feel like happy temporarily, probably. Like it's not like a long-term solution, because like the unhappiness that you're feeling because of that's something that's like deeper than having like a thigh gap. It's something internal, like that you need to work on emotionally, or like with your mindset and things like that. And so I don't know, that's just my thought on that, and that's why I just want to talk about that, because like it's something that is unrealistic, and it's not achievable. Like it's not realistic. It's an unrealistic body image goal that a lot of women like are being told is like a beauty. It's just a beauty standard that's unrealistic. So yeah. So don't feel bad. Don't make yourself feel bad if you don't have a thigh gap. Like don't strive to have one. Like if you want one, like go for it. Whatever. I can't tell you what to do. Just like you can't tell me what to do. So, but I will, just gotta give my 2 cents to let you know that that's why it's, not a thing, or that's why it's not happening for you. It's because you picked the wrong parents. not really, but that's the gist of it. So, other than that though, that's my life for today. I just want to come on here for a sec, go live, talk about thigh gaps and why they're like, it's great. They're not inherently stupid. Like if you've got one, like it's natural. That's fine. Like that's good for you. You're lucky. But don't strive for something that's not realistic. And I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but I'm here to tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. So that's my life for today. hope everybody enjoyed this live on Thigh Yaps, and I'm sorry if I tricked you, but I hope you learned something from this live. If you enjoyed this, hit me with that hashtag replay. If you're watching this at a later time, let me know that you saw it. If you're watching this right now, give it a like. Let me know that you saw it. Comment your number one takeaway in the comments down below, and share this with somebody who might be struggling with this, who wants a thigh gap and can't figure out why they don't have one, or has like unrealistic body goals that that they're trying to live up to. They're getting frustrated with it. Like, let them know that it's okay. Let them know that it's not it's not their fault, and let them know that it's one of those things that it's okay. Like, they need to help them love themselves. A lot of people need self-love. A lot of people need somebody to tell them that they need to love themselves, because that's something, like, we're our own worst critics a lot of times. So anyways, that's my life for today. Hope you guys have a beautiful rest of your Thursday, and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.